Yes, sir. Here's the old boy that's the chief host on our Black Draft program. I started to say jamboree. Here's Porter Wagoner.
Gonna get out my sycamore, shine up my shoes, meet my baby and tell her new. I bet my bundle on a sweetback nag, and I come home with a plenty of swag. 1 foot, 2 foot, Sugarfoot rang, swing your honey to the Sugarfoot rang. Dig a little chick, then a dig in the sang with the guitar, picking out the Sugarfoot rang. And a bottle of wine. One's for my honey and the other one's mine. Sip on the cider, then sip on the wine. We'll both sit together and have a good time. 1 foot, 2 foot, Sugarfoot rang. Swing your honey to the Sugarfoot rang. Dig a little chick in a zig in the sank with the guitar picking out the Sugarfoot rang. Picking out the Sugarfoot rang. Well, thank you very much, and howdy, and welcome to our Black Draft show. We've got a big show lined up for you this time, so we're going to hurry right along and get into it by introducing our pretty little girl singer on the program, and she's got a real good one picked out for you this time, one of her own records called Just Like I Knew, Miss Norma Jean. Here she is.
Never have I ever been all my life, never have I felt like this. You came along and changed my life with just one little kiss, with just one little kiss. Instantly I fell for you, just like I knew I would. Instantly I was holding on, just like I know I should. Never have I ever in all my life, never have I had it so good. You came along and changed my life, just like I knew you would, just like I knew you would. Finally you fell for me, just like I hoped you would. Constantly I'll cling to you, just like I know I should. Never have I ever in all my life, never have I had it so good. You came along and changed my life, just like I knew you would, just like I knew you would, just like I knew you would.
Mighty, mighty fine. You know, on this time we have one of the finest guest stars, a very, very good friend of mine, a fellow who we've went down the fairway many times together, picked on the stage at the old Ryman at the Grand Ole Opry many times, and we're real happy to have him as our guest, and I know that you folks are going to really enjoy him, too. So right here he is, Archie Campbell. Come out here, Art.
Thank you, Pearl.
It's nice to have you with us.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'll do a medley of some of my great songs.
All right. Now, listen, we want you, now don't short us any. Give us several of them. 3 or 4, as many as you can think of right off, okay?
You don't know what you're saying now. Black is the color of my true love's hair. Her face is something wondrous fair. the purest eyes and the smoothest tongue. I love the ground on where she stands. I love my love, and well she knows. I love the ground on where she goes, but still I hope the time will come when she and I will be as one. How long has it been since the first time I told you that my love would always be true? That's when I sent you 11 red roses and told you the 12th rose was you. I still feel the tears that I felt when I lost you, when you married somebody new. That day I sent you 11 red roses and told you the 12th rose was you. Are you with me, boy? Make friends with the rich, make friends with the poor, make friends with the high, make friends with the low. Even a little child, you ought to greet him with a smile. While traveling through this world, try to make friends. Make friends, make friends, make friends, make friends, make friends, try to make friends. While traveling through this world, try to make friends. Make friends, make friends, make friends, make friends, make friends, try to make friends. While traveling through this world, try to make friends. Sometimes you may be weak, sometimes you may be strong, sometimes talked about, sometimes treated wrong. But in the Father's name, you ought to try to do this thing. While traveling through this world, try to make friends. Make friends, make friends, make friends, make friends, make friends, try to make friends. While traveling through this world, try to make friends. Make friends, make friends, make friends, make friends, make friends, try to make friends. While traveling through this world, try to make friends.
Mighty fine, Archie. And listen, you didn't do it. Now, you done some real fine ones, but you haven't done my favorites yet. And if you will, I'd like you to come back a little later on and do it, would you?
I'll be right over here handy, sitting with Norma Jean.
All righty. And if I can borrow your guitar here.
Well, sure. Anytime I can do anything for you, you let me know.
Fine, Archie Campbell. It's always nice. He kind of picks things up when he comes around because he's real happy all the time. Right now, we'd like to do a trio song for you. We can get the fellas up here, one called I Thought I Heard You Call My Name. You said goodbye to me this morning with only these words to explain. You say you found someone better, but I still hear your voice it's so strange. I'm talking, but there's no one beside me. I thought I heard you calling my name. I thought I heard you calling my name. Honey, I still feel this way. Your voice seemed so close, but I knew that by now you were many miles away. All right. Tuning up the old 5-string now. Benny, you got it ready?
I think so, boy.
All right. Here's a part of the program that I always enjoy because I tell you, when you pick the 5-string, the old roll, thumb and finger picking, it certainly kind of gets to you. And here's Benny with an old one called Dear Old Dixie. Benny, that's 5, man. I tell you, that kind of works this rhythm section over a little, too, man. Real fine. You know, right now, it's about time for our telephone to ring and us to go to Skunk Holler to visit our friend Speck Rhodes. Let's see if they ain't right here.
Hello, Sadie. Howdy. Yeah, plug me up down at the schoolhouse. I want to talk to Professor Brainbear a minute. Yeah. Hello, Professor. This is Speck. How'd everything at school this morning? Oh, the kids are giving you some trouble, huh? Yeah. Well, I was downtown the other day, and there's 3 little boys out on the street, and I heard them as talking and kind of bragging about their papas. Yeah. One of them said, my daddy's a lawyer, and I can be mean for nothing. Yeah, and the other little boy said, well, said, my dad's a doctor, and I can be good. I can be sick for nothing. Yeah. And then the third one said, my dad's a preacher, I can be good for nothing. Yeah. Yeah, Julius, is he giving you trouble? I took him to church with me Sunday. Yeah, he'd never been in to hear the preaching. He'd been to Sunday school, but he never had been into preaching services. No. All he does is watch television. Yeah, he's a television fan. Likes to watch a commercial. Yeah, especially ours there, the black drag. Yeah. Well, we went into church services after Sunday school. We sat about the 4th row back, and the preacher got up and preached a good sermon, and we sung some songs. On the way home, I asked him, I said, well, Julius, I said, how'd you like church? Well, he kind of looked around at me and grinned. He said, well, he said, I thought the singing was fine, but that commercial was too long. Yeah. Yeah, the preacher got up in the pulpit to preach, and he said there, he said, there's a man in this audience this morning that's running around with another man's wife. And he said, if he don't put a $5 bill in the collection plate today, I'm going to announce it from the pulpit who he is. Yeah. When the collection plate come in, there was 18 $5 bills and 1 $2 bill with a note attached. Sorry, this is all I got. I'll give you this $3 next Sunday. Yeah. Well, okay, Professor. I want to get to the school play. I'm learning to sing a rock and roll type. Yeah, sing Elvis's song. No, I don't sound like Elvis. I sound like Conway Twiddle. Listen to this. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Rockin' all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Rockin' all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Oh, well, he said you was high class. Well, that would just lie. I mean, he said he was high class. Well, that would just lie. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Rockin' all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Rockin' all the time. You never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine.
I'll tell you, that's rock and roll and Speck. That's terrific, I'll tell you for sure.
A while ago, Porter Wagoner asked me to do his favorite, well, it's not exactly a hymn, but you could classify it that. It's a story about an old man who liked to sing in the choir, and they got a little modern and kicked him out. The title is Trouble in the Amen Corner. It was a stylish congregation. You could see they'd been around. And they had the biggest pipe organ of any church in town. But over in the corner of that church sat Brother Eyre, and he insisted every Sunday on singing in the choir. His voice was cracked and broken. Age had touched his vocal cords, and nearly every Sunday he'd get behind and miss the words. Well, the choir stormed and blustered. Brother Eyre sang too slow, and he used the tunes in style 100 years ago. Well, at last the storm cloud burst, and the church was told and fined that Brother Eyre must stop his singing, or the choir was going to resign. So the pastor appointed a committee, I think it was 3 or 4, and they got in their big fine car and drove up to Eyre's door. They found the choir's great trouble sitting there in an old armchair, and the summer's golden sunbeams lay upon his snow-white hair. He was singing Rock of Ages in a cracked voice, soft and low, but the angels understood him, and that's all he cared to know. Said York, we're here, dear brother, with the vestry's approbation, to discuss a little matter that affects the congregation. Now, we don't want no singing except what we've bought. The newest tunes are all the rage. The old ones stand for naught. And so we have decided, are you listening, Brother Eyre? You'll have to stop your singing. It's messing up our choir. The old man raised his head, a sign that he did hear, and on his cheek the 3 men caught the glitter of a tear. His feeble hands pushed back the locks as white as silky snow, and he answered the committee in a voice both soft and low. I've sung the Psalms of David nearly 80 years, said he. They've been my staff and comfort all along life's dreary way. Sorry I disturbed the choir. I guess I'm doing wrong. But when my heart is filled with praise, I can't keep back a song. I wonder if beyond the tide that's breaking at my feet, in that far-off heavenly temple where my master I shall meet, yes, I wonder if when I try to sing the songs of God up higher, I wonder if they'll kick me out up there for singing in heaven's choir. A silence filled the little room. The old man bowed his head. The committee went on back to town, but Brother Eyre was dead. The choir missed him for a while, but he was soon forgot. A few churchgoers watched the door, but the old man entered not. Far away his voice is sweet, and he sings his heart's desires, where there are no church committees and no fashionable choirs. Let me hide myself in thee. thank you very much, Porter.
So beautiful, and you just don't know how much I enjoyed it along with all of our folks I know.
Well, thank you, and I want to thank you for having me on your fine show here, and I want to say that the sponsors are old friends of mine. Since I'm from Knoxville and I worked for years in Chattanooga, I know the folks up there mighty well, and it's a great product. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Archie, and come back and see us now real soon. And I'll tell you, that's a wonderful person, and that's a terrific job. Right now, we'd like to feature our little fiddle player to kind of sort of get us to rolling here on an old-time breakdown that he does so well with, too, by the way. So here's little Jack, and it's all yours, Jackson. Let her go, man. Jack. Thank you very much. And thanks to all of you folks for being with us on the Black Draft Show. We've had some wonderful folks visit with us this trip. Archie Campbell and, of course, our regular gal, Miss Norma Jean. Everyone on the show, Benny and little Jack, Speck in his new rock and roll act. And we want to say a special thanks to you folks for being with us and our wonderful sponsor, Black Draft and Sodas. So, until next time, this will be Porter Wagoner speaking for everyone and say, don't miss it now and be with us.
Wonderful show, Porter. Wonderful. I'm like you now. I kind of enjoy that Archie Campbell's work. In fact, anything he does is all right with me. Next week, we're going to have a great guest. This has been the Porter Wagoner Show, a half hour of good old country music featuring Porter Wagoner and the Wagonmasters.